The moment a boy turns into a man is the moment that he stops talking and just starts doing. One of the biggest mistakes that men make in the modern world is to announce their plans before they've even started. A lot of guys want to make change in their life. They want to turn things around. Maybe there's been a long time that they've not been happy with their reality, and they are hyping themselves up to take action. But instead of starting, doing the work, and then letting people figure things out based on their results, they decide to announce their plans to the world. They decide to tell everybody about all the things that they want to do, all the things that they are going to do, before they have even taken the first step. Now, a lot of guys end up doing this and creating huge pressures on themselves externally. They already have to deal with the modern world, social media, seeing people be so successful at such an early age, seeing all these people that they need to compare themselves to. And on top of that, now they are inviting external pressure to add on to the already ample internal pressure that they have within them. So now, they announce their plans and they tell people what they are going to do. I'm going to lose weight. This is going to be my year. I'm going to get a gym membership and I'm going to go 4 times a week, every week for 6 months. And people listen. They go, okay, good luck. Let's see. And look, those guys start off well and they end up doing 4 times a week, maybe for a week, maybe for 2 weeks. But slowly but surely they drop off. And then 6 months down the line, when there's a rekindling between those people, maybe they get back together and do some talking, they have a coffee or they catch up or they go out for a drink or something like that. They say, oh, what happened to your fitness plan? I thought you were going to go 4 times a week for 6 months. What's happened there? You appear to have stopped. Is that right? And these guys, again and again and again, have to experience that sinking feeling within their stomach, knowing that they didn't do the things that they said they were going to do. Now look, there's another man who has a completely different reality because he approaches things from a completely different way. He doesn't announce his plans. He doesn't tell people the things that he is going to do. He doesn't give himself fake dopamine by hyping himself up before he's taken the first step and sharing things. Instead, no, he decides he wants to change, and he is going to change, and he is going to do it in silence. He doesn't tell a soul. Now, if people find out, that's okay. If people happen to stumble across him doing his thing, getting in the gym for the first time, maybe starting his own business, maybe starting his own social media channel, he's okay with that, but he's not going out of his way to announce it because he understands that inviting external pressure and external expectations is something that can damage his plans and damage his success greatly. He also understands on the flip side that announcing your plans can even allow people to get into your mental space. It can even allow people to start questioning what you want to do. It can even allow people to start making you feel bad about what you're trying to achieve. They can say to you, look, that's not going to work. Loads of people are doing that. Why don't you try something else? That's not going to work. You said you were going to do that before and you didn't do it. What makes it any different now? And a lot of guys find themselves in this situation where they share too early and they share with the wrong people. And because of that, they pay the price. Because of that, they find that people are taking them away from their goals. People are holding so much power over them. And this is something that is within your control. You got a choice to make. You can keep going down the same spiral. You can keep announcing your plans. You can keep adding external pressure, unnecessary external pressure. And when you do quit, You then have to answer to everybody. Or you can say, you know what, I don't need to do this for anybody other than the man in the mirror. I don't need to do this for anyone other than myself. I'm just going to start. I'm just going to get the ball rolling. I'm just going to make sure that I listen to my internal dialogue. And I do things for me. And I do what I said I was going to do to myself. Not for anybody else. And this is a sign of a strong man. A man who doesn't need to announce his plans. A man who is happy to work in silence. A man who is happy to build slowly, build silently, and allow the results to do the talking for him. Don't fall into the loop, guys, and the mistake of telling everybody the things that you are going to do. This doesn't need to be something grand either. This can be about the small things in your day-to-day life. You don't need to announce all the work you're doing. People will find out eventually through your results. And at some point down the line, maybe you then get some gratification. Maybe you then get some plaudits and you feel good about that. But you shouldn't be chasing that in the first place. What you should be chasing is improving the image that you have of yourself, not what anybody else thinks about you. And that starts by shutting up. And that starts by not feeling the need to share, not feeling the need to talk. So if you're not happy with your current reality and you want things to change, just start and allow that your action and your results speak for you. If you're unhappy in the job that you're in, start looking actively for another job. Don't be telling people you're going to start looking for another job, because then they're on your case. And then you are creating expectation. You're also announcing your moves. People might go and tell your current employer, and then you end up fired. You know, a lot of people, and maybe some people in your close circle, don't want the best for us. So when you announce your plans and you announce your next move, they might actively try and work against you. They might try and put you in check. So start looking quietly for that new opportunity. Start interviewing at different companies without telling a soul, without sharing to other people, definitely not people within your current company. If you want to start something completely new, let's say, for example, like me, you want to make content online. Like me, you want to talk about some things that you find valuable and share it with the hope that other people take value as well. Put down the camera, start recording, don't announce it to your friends. Start fresh, 0 followers, 0 subscribers. And I say this because, a lot of people will get their friends and their family to follow their pages so that they grow quicker, but actually it's going to slow you down, because those people might not even be interested in what you're doing. And they're either only following you because you've asked them to, because they're your friend, or they're a family member, or that they just want to see what's going on. They just want to follow you and see what you're doing. They are not engaged followers. They are not people who have an interest in that of which you speak about. And therefore, the algorithms are going to pick up on that. And it's going to basically create some data. And the data that it's going to create is that they are unengaged. They're watching. They're not liking. They're not commenting. They're not sharing. They're just watching. And that's not good. So be prepared in that instance to start. 0 followers, 0 subscribers, if this is something you're interested in. And allow your consistency to lead to organic growth. Now, we can move away from content. Not everybody's interested. It's just an example. And this applies to many different areas of your life. Sometimes, guys, the best thing to do is to start in silence, start slow, and continue. Gradually, 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 and gradually. Day by day by day by day by day. Consistency. It's everything. It will change your life. But only if you are consistent enough for a long enough period of time for those results to start coming through. But you'll be so grateful when you have built something on your own without announcing it to the world, without announcing your plans to everybody. And then at one point, somebody randomly says that, I've seen your page and I've seen that you've got a few thousand followers and I really like what you're doing. Keep it up, man. That's awesome. Or somebody says, I saw an ad for your business the other day. I've seen that you're doing a really nice job. Great work. It's a real fulfilling feeling. Or even, friends and family. They say, oh, I've caught on. I saw that thing online, or I heard this thing. Is it true? That's amazing. Good work. It's organic. You're not announcing it. You're not telling everybody. You're not ramming it down people's throat. And that's a fulfilling feeling. I want you guys to experience that. It truly is incredible. But the only way you are going to experience that is by zipping these lips. And starting. No more talking, no more waiting, no more procrastinating. No more giving yourself fake dopamine. This is a real thing. When you talk about things you have not done, you get hyped up, you get some goosebumps. You feel like you're in the corner of the ring, you're about to go. But the reality is you've done nothing to deserve that dopamine. And you're creating this idea in your head that you've actually done something, and you haven't. So that's why you need to work in silence. That's why you need to keep your plans to yourself. Because sharing it isn't going to help you. Unless, of course, you are sharing it with relevant people, relevant stakeholders. There are some people that will have some knowledge about that of which you are trying to do and that can help you aid the process. That is the only caveat I make on this, however. Sharing it with irrelevant people is not going to help you. And maybe it's going to go the other way and it might even sabotage you. So look, stop talking, start doing. Make this the year that last year was supposed to be. No more waiting, no more procrastinating, no more hyping yourself up. Just raw action. Anyway, guys, if you took some value from this video, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel for more from me, and comment your thoughts down below. Check out the links in the description. Check out the free Discord. There's over 65 guys in there right now making great progress, both personally and professionally. So if you're a guy that's wanting to make change, if you're a guy that's wanting to get into entrepreneurship, there's a bunch of guys in there right now doing the exact same as you. So join for a community of like-minded guys. And look, if you do want to work with me on a one-to-one basis, I do offer my coaching services. There is a link down below in the description of this video. Simply book yourself a 30-minute call. It's a free call. We can get to know each other. I can see if I can genuinely help you, and then we can go from there. Anyway, guys, as always, thank you for your time and your attention, and I'll see you in the next one.